I spent around $25,000 in coaching in 2023, and in this video I'm going to share with you everything that I learned. Tactical advice, mindset advice, high-level advice, all of this. All of these $25,000, in my opinion, were very, very well spent, and I'm going to tell you everything that I learned from spending that $25,000 in this video. The first and main thing that I learned was a mindset shift, and it's kind of gotten me into buying coaching over and over and over again. I mean, the year's not even over. It's been $25K already. I'm spending $2K a month currently on a certain mentorship, and I'm probably going to buy another mentorship before the year is over because I'm kind of addicted to it. I'm kind of obsessed with it because it's allowed me to grow in life in so many areas without having to put in that much work, and definitely without having to put in as much time as it takes for most people. What a lot of rich people have that poor people don't, like, I know that it's very cliche and probably annoying to you to say that rich is a mindset, it's not a money amount, and so is poor. It's the same thing. It's a mindset, not a dollar amount. And one of the main differences is the fact that when you do have money, the mindset that comes with that money, or the mindset that brought that money in the first place, is the mindset that you are supposed to buy mentorships. You are supposed to pay other people who are experts in their field to tell you how they got to be an expert, how they got the results that they have gotten. So now, whenever you do have money and you have that mindset, you're able to, let's say you want to become a good at boxing, you can go hire the best boxing coach and be really good at boxing in a really short period of time. Think of Jake Paul. He's now competing with professional boxers who have been boxing their entire life because he had money and he had that mindset of, well, if I'm going to get into boxing, I'm going to hire the best boxing coach, because why would I try to learn it from myself from the ground up when I can just hire the best boxing coach available and be like on par with all the other mediocre professional boxers out there in just a year or so. Whereas they have been boxing for 20 years and I'm going to get to where they were in just a year. Like, that's one of the examples. And if you want to get good at shooting guns, if you want to get good at golf, it's all the same thing. It's all like, whether it's business or just leisure activities, you have the access. If you just have this rich mindset, not even just a dollar amount, just the rich mindset of, I'm going to take my money and invest it into something that's going to make me better in whatever field I want to get better in. And it's just the biggest cheat code to life. Like, look at all of the most successful people. They all have mentors. They've all paid for mentors. They've all paid to have access to certain people, certain communities. They've all done it. So that's number one, is like, you just need to get that rich mindset. It's not a dollar amount, it's a mindset, and you need to get it ASAP. Number two is, whenever I paid the 25K, it wasn't all at once, but it was definitely big payments, and 25K is not a small amount of money for me. I'm not filthy rich, but you start to realize that money, you just have a whole different view on money. So whenever I tell people, maybe even you watching this video, that I spent 25K on mentorships and coaching in 2023, they're like, holy shit, are you serious? You got scammed for 25K. Like, they really think that. But the only reason why they think that is because poor people who have the poor people mindset spend their time to make money. Of course, whenever you're spending time, which is your most valuable resource, to make money, your money is going to feel a lot more valuable to you. So your money, you're going to hold it like super close to your chest, and you're only going to spend it on important things such as gas and groceries and things like that, or and beer, going out drinking on the weekends. That's more important than getting mentorships, I guess. And whenever you hear somebody spending 25K on mentorships, you're like, oh my God, that's so much money. That's so expensive. To me, it's not expensive. Like, I know I said it's not a small dollar amount for me, and it's not, but it's not expensive either. And here's what I mean by that. People who spend time, who use their time to make money, they think 25K is a lot because they might make $20 an hour, $30 an hour, whatever the case is. But someone who doesn't spend time to make money, who makes money off of their expertise or off their creativity, such as myself, you don't view money in the same way anymore. For me, money is just a tool to buy back my time. So whatever that is, whether it's transportation, whether it's learning something new. Like I said earlier, if I want to learn something new, now that I have some sort of money coming in on a consistent basis, I can just pay the expert in that field to teach me how to become an expert myself and save myself the 5-10 years that it would have taken me if I didn't pay that money. Same goes for business. The people who are looking at me saying, dude, 25K, that's what I make in a year, and you spent that on mentorships in this past year. The people who are saying that, they're going to think I'm crazy. But that spending that 25K is going to allow me to make an extra 100K next year, or maybe 500K next year. Who knows? And something that Alex Hormozi says that really, really sticks with me, that I think a lot more people need to understand when it comes to these things, is every single year that you don't know how to make $1 million is costing you $1 million. So let's put this in YouTube terms, because a lot of you are probably wanting to grow a YouTube channel. Every single year that you don't know how to get 1 million views or 1 million subscribers or make $1 million off the YouTube platform is costing you 1 million views, 1 million subscribers, or, $1 million from the YouTube platform. So if you take 5 years and you grind away at YouTube over and over, you're grinding, but it takes 5 years. It takes all that time, all that energy, all that sweat equity. And it also, you don't know how to make $1 million. Let's just say 100,000. You don't know how to make 100K on YouTube in a year. And you wait 5 years to be able to learn, like I did. I didn't know about mentorships and coaching when I first started. But if it takes you 5 years, that costs you 500K right there. Or you could, whenever you first start out on YouTube, or maybe you're a year in and you're just struggling, well, you could just pay a few $1,000s to someone like me who can teach you how to get there, teach you how to go from 0 to 100K a year or 0 to 30K a month. You can pay someone like that just a few $1,000s and they can teach you how to do it. And this goes for any field: YouTube, business, golf, like I said earlier, boxing, whatever field it is. It's costing you that much money, or it's costing you that much time. So you might as well, now that 25K that I spent doesn't seem as expensive, right? Because let's just say I do make 500K next year in business. Let's just say, like a random number, I make 500K next year in business. Now, if it took me 5 extra years because I didn't invest that 25K that I invested this year, if it took me 5 extra years, then that would have cost me $2.5 million. Instead, it cost me 25K, So it's the same goes for you watching this video. If you're wanting to make money off of YouTube, let's just use 10K a month for an example. Actually, let's just use 100K a year for an example to have clean math. And it takes you 5 years, it's costing you 500K because you don't want to invest a few $1,000s today. It's going to cost you 500K in the long run. Or maybe you never reach your goal because you start to get discouraged, like a lot of people do, and you give up on YouTube. Now, let's say it takes you for the rest of your life, it takes you 70 years. So it's costing you $7 million because you don't want to invest a few thousand right now. And not only is it costing you that $7 million, it's also costing you your dream. If this is what you really want to do for a living, it's possible. You can do it, and you can do it quickly. Like, one of the things that I invested in was coaching on how to actually run a coaching business, because going into coaching, I had good client results already, not knowing that it was client results. I had done it for free. I had gotten a ton of people results on the YouTube platform before I even thought of going into coaching. So I had that down. I have my strategies down because I've done it for myself and for others over and over again. And I've made a bunch of money for myself and others over and over again. But I had no idea how to run a coaching business. I didn't know where to start. What was the first thing that came to mind? Well, why don't I just find someone who has run a successful coaching business and pay them money to teach me how to do it? That's why I was able to go from 0 to making 10K a month in this coaching business in the very first month. And now it's just compounding over and over. Now, every problem that I have, I'm able to go to an expert in that field, someone who is making multiple 6 figures every single month in this field, and ask them, how do I get past this problem? And instead of taking a year of trial and error to fix that issue, now I can go to the expert and get the issue fixed immediately because they have experienced it themselves and they've already helped a ton of clients get through that same issue. And the same goes for YouTube. Like, you're going to run into issues that seem unsolvable. It seems like, oh man, it's going to take me forever to solve. It's going to take me so much time. But if you just had a mentor that you could go to, I'm sure that I've experienced it. I'm sure that other YouTube mentors have experienced that same issue. And also, not just myself, but also I've dealt with clients who are experiencing those same issues, and I've gotten them over that hump over and over again. So it won't even be that big of an issue for me. You just ask me, and then boom, like one response, and you have the issue solved instead of taking years to do it. So that's number 2. Every year that you don't invest in mentorship, every year that you don't get serious about learning how to do whatever it is that you need to do, for example, make $1 million and make $100,000 off of YouTube, then you're costing yourself $100,000 on YouTube. Every month that you don't know how to make 10K a month from YouTube, you're costing yourself 10K a month. So if you pay a few $1,000s and you learn how to make 10K a month, and maybe it takes a few months for you to learn that, but it would have cost you a whole lot more money if you never learned how to do it in the first place. So you have to start looking at things from that perspective instead of looking at it from just the investment perspective of, oh, I'm going to lose a few $1,000s. No, you're going to learn a very valuable skill, and you're going to learn how to make that money back, 100-fold. And the third thing that I learned from investing $25,000 into coaching programs and communities is the fact that, just being around people who are trying to do the same things or similar things that you're trying to do is so helpful. I can't even describe the value in that. Like I said, I'm paying $2,000 every single month just to be involved in a community of people who are trying to do similar things to me. And I can't even begin to describe the value of having that. Like I always thought it was a little bit overrated, all these like men's help channels, like they all like have a community of like-minded men. And it's like, okay, dude, like how many communities of like-minded men are there out there? But if you can find a space like, such as the community that I'm trying to build within my YouTube channel of other YouTubers who are really hungry, they're trying to make it. We have different types of YouTubers, people who want to be the face of their channels, people with faceless channels, people with completely AI channels, and they're all kind of working towards a similar goal of being full-time on YouTube, or at least making a good bit of money on YouTube. Like they're all like hungry, and they're all like, it's a community of really good people who are trying to help each other out. And even though that I have already achieved what they want to achieve inside of YouTube, they have done things outside of YouTube that I want to achieve. So they're holding me accountable in certain ways, and they're helping me out. They're helping me grow as a person, as a coach, in so many different ways. So having a community of people for that reason, for growth reasons, for accountability reasons, is great. But what helped me more than absolutely anything was having a community of people who I could go to, ask questions about, not just tactical advice, but just mental advice. Because if you're trying to do truly great things with your life, something that other people in your bloodline haven't done before, which a lot of you watching this video probably do want to do if you're wanting to go full-time on YouTube. If you're wanting to do that, you're going to have no one in your life that understands you. You're going to have no one in your life that can comprehend the problems that you are going to go through, the mental struggles that you're going to go through, like I said, just any of the issues and any, the mindset that you have, they're not going to understand it, man. I've gotten to the point where I just simply refuse to talk to people in my life about what it is that I'm trying to do, because they will not understand. And I truly can't begin to describe the value of having a community of people. Even though it's online, it's still so valuable. Being able to just go in there, meet every, couple times a week and just throw out things in the Discord channel. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be tactical questions. It's just, hey guys, like I've been struggling with this, like mindset wise, and I would really appreciate some encouragement or something like, just something like that. And like everybody just comes in and they're so helpful with everything. And, meeting every couple times a week or a couple times every week, you start to just have conversations with people who are making progress in their own way, and it's inspiring, or people who are falling behind, and the people who are making progress are uplifting the people who are falling behind. And you're able to speak about the issues with other people who are having the same sort of issues as you. So for example, let's say you're trying to grow on YouTube and you're seeing some success and you're making a good bit of money. You're making 10, 15K a month, like some people in the program are, and they're not able to go to their family, go to their parents and say, hey, I'm looking to outsource, video editing. Do you have any advice for me? They don't know. And they're going to think that you're absolutely insane for wanting to hire people. They're going to be like, why don't you go get a job? That's what people in my life tell me. And it's just like, there's no point in even trying to talk to them because they just don't understand your problems. Whereas you can go in the Discord channel or go in the group calls that we have twice a week, and these people can actually get real advice. And the issues that they're having, other people have gone through and are currently going through. Like, I can't begin to describe the value in having like-minded people around you, and not just like-minded people who, want to be entrepreneurs or something like that, but they're on the same mission as you. They're going through the same problems as you, or they have gone through them in the past. And there's people who you can help out, who you have gone through the problems that they will face in the future. And it makes you feel good because you get to help out people who are, further behind than you are. Like, it's just the value in having a community of people who are on a similar path to you. It's just indescribable. It's truly just invaluable. Like I said, the coaching is great. Being able to get over basically any issue that you're having within your business or within your YouTube channel or within whatever expertise you're looking to gain, that's great. But the community value is probably what I've found the most value in. Obviously, like money wise, having a coach who's an expert in their field has helped me out quite a bit. And, I've helped out a ton of people money wise when it comes to YouTube, and, getting the text from people who say like, I not only have I helped them with YouTube, but I've helped them, just improve their life overall. That's kind of priceless for me. Like, seeing those texts is just like, there's nothing better than that. So obviously I've helped them on a one-on-one basis, but having a community of people that you can always go to, you can always count on to be there, and also know the answers to your questions, have gone through the same things as you, it's just like there's just nothing like it. So those are the 3 things that I've learned the most from spending 25K in a single year on mentorships. Next year, I'm shooting for 50. Next year, I'm going to try to spend even more money on mentorships and gain even more access to high level communities and communities of people who are trying to do what I'm trying to do. And I would definitely implore you to do the same. Like I said, whatever expertise you're trying to gain, whether you want to be a boxer, a baseball player, a golfer, or you want to get really good at swimming, or you want to get good at YouTube, or you want to get better at whatever business venture you're entering into, I 100% think that you should invest in mentorship. And also, hopefully that mentorship comes with a community of like-minded people, because those 2 things paired together, and then you also put the work in that person tells you to do, you're going to succeed as long as you choose the right one. And I will tell you that if we do accept you into our program, because like I said, the community aspect is very, very valuable to me, so I don't accept just anyone. But if we do accept you into our YouTube growth program, you're going to be in really good hands, not only in terms of me and helping you grow your YouTube channel and helping you make money, but also in terms of the community that we've built, because we have some really, really great people who are doing really, really big things with their YouTube channel and with their life. So hopefully, if you're that type of person, I hope to see you inside the program. If you want to book a call and see if you would be a good fit, you can do that with a link in the description, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. Both of those links will be in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out at all, I would appreciate if you left a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one.